Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys.
High school, like a champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good morning, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School, our home away from home over 3 out of the next 4 days, as we are ready to bring you game number 1 of the 36th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. I'm Todd Duke alongside Zach Roseman. Glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network as we get you set for this very first game between O'Fallon and Althoff. But before we do that, let's take a look at some of the history of this Holiday Classic. Of course, the team with the most wins here at this 36th meeting of this Prairie Farms Holiday Classic is the team from Lincoln. The Rail Splitters have won 6 championships here. They have won the most of any team that has ever played in this tournament, and of course that means they've won the most of any team that will be participating in this year's edition of this tournament. They won 3 straight years, 1985, 86, and 87, and they took some time off from the winner's circle, if you will, and won again in 2009, and then back-to-back years of 2013 and 2014. You have Peoria that won 5, but they are no longer in this tournament. They played 11 years, and they won in 93 and 94. Then the turn of the century, they won in 2000, 2002, and 2003. After that, you have a low host of teams that have won 4 championships here. Quincy, they will be here for this 36th edition. East St. Louis will not be. They are in the Normandy tournament, and they came away with a big win last night in that tournament, so they will not be here. Collinsville, they're the other team that has won 4 games, and they have been in the championship game in back-to-back years and have been knocked out in back-to-back years by Springfield Southeast, including last year's nail-biter, 35-32 score, a three-pointer toward the end of the game, lifted Southeast into their second straight championship. Collinsville has not won in 15 years. 2004 is the last time the Collinsville Kahoks won their own tournament. They won in 1990, 1995, and 2001 as well. And we mentioned Quincy. They won all in the 90s, 89, 91, 96, and 97. We bring in Zach Roseman now, and Zach, he's a little bit of a basketball junkie when it comes to the high school level, and he knows a little bit about what's going on here. Plus, this is his third year working with us here up on the balcony for this tournament. And Zach coming in, we've got, 3 undefeated teams and a couple of teams that have only lost 1. This has got the makings of a very good tournament.
Indeed. We have one of those one-loss teams in this tournament now, and O'Fallon. Only loss was to Collinsville by just 3 points in a game you and I were both at. And, some other one-loss teams. I know Triad have only 1 loss, I believe. Saw them play Carbondale, and they looked like a pretty good basketball team.
And we know about this O'Fallon team. That was Collinsville's home opener, and they gave the Kahoks everything that they can handle. Of course, you can never overlook Lincoln. They're the other undefeated team, one of the 3 here in this tournament. And the newcomer that we don't really know much about, but they are ranked highly in Class 3A, and they come in undefeated as well, and that's Mundelein.
Yeah, Mundelein's, I've looked around and haven't been able to find a ton about them. I know that they've got a couple of very, very good juniors. Lincoln, of course, are one of those teams that you can never count out. And from what I've seen, not quite as much height. Jermaine Hamlin is gone. He is at the University of Illinois as of now, but this Lincoln team is still just as good, just as dangerous. And Coach Alexander is as good a coach as any. So
that he is, and we cannot forget about Rockford East either. They took 4th place in Class 4A last year, and Roy Sackmaster has his E-Rabs coming into this thing with a record of 7-3, and they will play the final game of the night against the defending champion Springfield Southeast Spartans, which we're not expecting much out of the Spartans this year because they graduated key players from last year's squad, but they do have Mr. Dent coming back who nailed that three-pointer to put the dagger in Collinsville's heart last year.
Yeah, that was something I was talking to some friends of mine about. They seem to they don't bring anybody back apart from James Dent. Terrion Murdochs and Anthony Fairley are both at Mineral Area Community College down in Park Hills, Missouri, and from what I've heard have both been doing quite well. But focus on the game at hand. Looks like we're about ready for our starting lineups.
Well, we are into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show, brought to you by our good friends at Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area. They have been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials, and you can give them a call to find out what those weekly specials are now that the Christmas season is over, and I'm sure their poinsettias are long gone. 344-0404 is their number, or online at cullipjennings.com. We're about ready to get you started for this first game between O'Fallon and Althoff. O'Fallon, they come into this contest with an overall record of 8-1. As Zach mentioned earlier, they are 2-1 in their conference, which of course is the Southwestern Conference, and they are in second place right now behind the Collinsville Kahoks. They are coached by Brian Muniz. He is in his 4th year, and he carries with him a 45-51 record to begin this tournament. Althoff, they're coached by Greg Lieb. He's in his 20th year, and they've had some success. Matter of fact, they took first place in 15-16, and they took second place in 14-15, but they're having a rough go at it this year as they are 2-6 overall and 1-2 in their conference, which is the South 7 Conference, and that puts them in 5th place. So this game between O'Fallon and Althoff getting ready to start here in just a moment. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting lineups to you, and we'll do that in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Game number 1, getting ready to tip off here between Althoff and O'Fallon. For O'Fallon, Drew Tebby, the 5'9 junior, on the floor, as well as Sean Riley II. He is a 6'7 junior. Mason Blakemore, a 6'2 junior. Caleb Burton, a 6' sophomore, and Dawson Algie, a 6'3 sophomore. For Althoff, Dalton Bergner, a 6'5 senior. Jack Bruning, a 5'9 senior. Will Akey, a 6'3 senior. Sorry if I butchered that last name. Ty Beasley, a 6' junior. And Mac Harris, a 6'3 senior. ACHE.
I think it's Aki.
Aki. We'll go with that. We'll wait for him to score and see what the Mr. Kettler says up there. We're underway. Game number 1, and the tip-off won by for O'Fallon. And O'Fallon are the ones in the white uniforms. They are the Panthers, and a turnaround jump shot there by Dawson Algie, and we are underway. O'Fallon leading as we get underway here in this first quarter. Again, I'm Todd Duke alongside Zach Roseman. He's on the other microphone as well as working the camera here for us for his 3rd year in a row. We do appreciate that. 7.5 minutes to go. As I mentioned, we're just underway. O'Fallon leads by a score of 2-0. Althoff with their first offensive possession. Over here on the wing, that is Bergner out to the top to Aki. Aki over on the wing. And that is Bruning. Bruning with the ball over back toward the top of the key, and now over onto the far side wing. Back outside, and a baseline roll, and a good job there by the Althoff Crusaders as Brugner gets his team on the board, and we are tied at 2 with 1 minute gone here in this first quarter. Blakemore for O'Fallon on the wing. Now dumps it off into the corner for Algie. Algie had that ball tipped away for a moment. Back to Blakemore, free throw line, dumps it underneath, but a turnover as there was nothing but dark blue jerseys for Althoff under there. So the first turnover belongs to O'Fallon, and Althoff trying to capitalize and take their first lead of this game. Here is Bergner. Bergner rolls around in from the left wing and dumps it off over on the baseline into the corner, and then all the way back out front it goes. Over onto the wing, underneath, left all alone, but couldn't get it to fall was Aki, and O'Fallon gets the rebound, so the Panthers didn't get burned by that turnover, and the Panthers will reset their offense trying to take the lead back. Over here is Algie. Out front now it goes to Riley. Riley did some damage against Collinsville in that home opener for the Kahoks. Won by Collinsville on a three-pointer at the buzzer by Kawan Smith as Sean Riley gives his team back the lead. 4-2 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Bergner. Bergner dribbles it up over onto the wing, now to the top of the key. Free throw line, drives in the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound, and that belongs to Algie. Algie jumps the ball off, and up with it is Blakemore. Blakemore gives it up, and now Algie just outside the lane, muscles his way in, and a nice little fingertip shot there. And 6-2 in favor of O'Fallon.
Algie is one of those players that is a player that I was quite impressed with when O'Fallon played Collinsville. You know, O'Fallon kind of used him as a post player, despite the fact that he's only 6'3", but he's shown very good strength. He'll be a pretty fun player to watch if you're a Panthers fan for the next 2 years. Only a sophomore.
Yeah. Here is Bruning on the wing, over onto the side for Harris. Harris right in front of the O'Fallon bench. Throws it over on the far side, and with it is Beasley. He drives, shoots, can't get it to go, and there's Algie with a rebound. He'll headman that one up to Burton, and Burton hands the ball off to Riley, and Riley dunks it on home, and O'Fallon gets a big bucket there.
Officials are going to take the time to slow it down, but there's our first highlight play, if you will, of the tournament.
Sure is. 4:44 left to play here in this opening quarter. 8-2 in favor of O'Fallon. Winner will move on and take on the winner of our next game between Mundelein and Granite City.
We're going to have a foul called on Blakemore. Or, no. Oh, no, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Going to call that against Mac Harris. So O'Fallon with a chance to build that lead a little bit more. Right now it's 6, driving into the lane, hop, skip, and a jump, and count the basket by Blakemore. Blakemore looked down at the Althoff player that ended up on the floor and gave him that mean grimace. Fouling again coming up here. This is going to go against O'Fallon.
That'll be against Blakemore.
Yeah, Blakemore, the 6'2 junior, gets called for his team's first. Each team now with 1. 10-2 in favor of O'Fallon.
And he's going to head to the bench. Number 4.
Blakemore is into the bench, and Amari Wills, the 6'1 senior, checks into the game here for O'Fallon. Althoff with the ball. They trail 10-2. They put the tying bucket up there and made it 2-2, but an 8-0 run by O'Fallon has since followed, and a three-point shot misses the mark there for the Crusaders, and Althoff gets the rebound. Bringing the ball up is Burton. Into the corner it goes to Riley. He drives baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Bergner. And Bergner will pick up his first foul, his team's second.
Coach Lieb isn't super happy with that call, giving the officials a little bit of grief about it.
Coach Lieb in his 20th year as head coach at Althoff. No-look pass. Riley was trying to find Burton, and it was intercepted by Althoff. They bring it down, and 2 points by Beasley has broken a 8-0 run of the O'Fallon Panthers by the Althoff Crusaders. Here is Riley with it. Over on the far side, gives to Wills. Wills up underneath. Algie trying to back his way in post play, and he's going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, tried
to muscle his way backwards, but never bounced the ball along the same time.
Yeah. Harris is a big enough body that, you know, we've mentioned already how strong Algie is, but Harris is a big enough body that he's not going to be able to back him down as easily as you would some of the other players on this O'Fallon team.
Algie goes to the bench for a spell. Cameron Neal, the 6'6 senior, comes in to take his place. Althoff in the paint, tries to take a shot. That's partially blocked. O'Fallon comes over with the turnover, and they bring it all the way down and can't get it to fall. Nice try there by Drew Tebby, but he couldn't get that one to fall. And here is Bruning for Althoff, and a foul coming up against Riley.
Fairly good call there. Riley was a little late getting there.
3:01 left to play here in this opening quarter of this opening game of the 36th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. We have a good lineup coming up for you today. Mundelein and Granite City will follow this game, and then we will have a lunch break from about 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock before Belleville East and Decatur MacArthur take the floor in game number 3.
We have a foul on number 10 for the Panthers.
That's Drew Tebby. And number 10 at the line for Althoff is Jack Bruning. He is a 66.7% free throw shooter, and he hits the first one here to cut that lead in half, 10-5 in favor of O'Fallon.
Yeah, Bruning's been one of, well, statistically speaking, one of Althoff's better players. He was rather quiet when I saw them play Edwardsville. The Tigers did a decent job of containing him.
Bruning gets about 8.4 points per game. He just got 2 there from the free throw line. 10-6 is our score. O'Fallon with the ball. Here is Riley. Dumps it off in the corner. Wills drives baseline. Runs out of room and then ends up having the ball go off of his hand and out of bounds. So another turnover by O'Fallon, and Althoff again will try and capitalize. 2:43 left to play here in this opening quarter. 10-6 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Bergner, 6'5" senior, averages 14.2 points per game for Althoff. He's the only one that averages double-digit figures. Yeah. And at the top, it's Harris. Harris up inside now. That's Bruning. Baseline. That could have been called either way, but the referees didn't blow a whistle at all. Althoff comes up with another turnover O'Fallon comes up with another turnover by Althoff. And here in front of the Crusaders bench, it is Caleb Burton. Burton back over to this side now for Riley. Riley up on the left wing, inside the paint, turnaround jump shot, little bit of a flick of the wrist. And 2 points belongs to Cameron Neal, the 6'6" senior on the board for the first time. And O'Fallon, after that 8-0 run, was quieted there for a moment, but that breaks that quietness, and it's 12-6 now in favor of the Panthers.
Algie set to come back in at the next stoppage for the Panthers.
In the paint. Oh, I was going to say, that was a big shoulder there by Ty Beasley for Althoff, and he just got called for a charging foul.
I thought maybe the O'Fallon defender sold it just a little bit, but not a, I guess, well, Coach Lee wasn't too mad about it, so.
Well, you could see Beasley just barrel that shoulder into his chest. I saw it from up here, so the referee saw the same thing I did and decided to blow the whistle. So Althoff trying to take advantage of another giveaway there O'Fallon trying to take advantage of another Althoff giveaway, and in the paint, up, trying to score was Amari Wills. That ball was ripped out of his hands. O'Fallon gets it right back, and Wills makes him pay and says thank you very much. 14-6 now in favor of O'Fallon. 1:05 to go here in this opening quarter. Ball comes over to Bergner. Bergner over on the wing, top of the key, bounces a pass, and who wasn't looking was Aki, and Aki gets the ball back and gets the fingertip roll, and he'll go to the line for a bonus shot.
And kind of a nice recovery there from Will Aki. Went up and got kind of caught unawares by that pass, but O'Fallon will make some substitutions. Or Althoff, excuse me.
Tyler Timon coming in, and Ty Beasley will go to the bench. Second foul.
And then number 23.
Second foul on Blakemore. And Chris Moore, the 6'2" senior, comes in at the free throw line.
Well,
hitting that extra point. Was Aki.
Well, sure, you and I both remember the last Althoff great to wear number 23. Of course, Mr. Jordan Goodwin, who's now at...
doing his thing over at SLU and doing a very good job as well.
Yes, he is.
SLU keeps it up. They're going to be ranked here pretty soon. There's a jump shot and a whistle on a miss.
That foul, I believe, will be on Tiemann. Yep, looks like it.
His first. Tiemann just comes off the bench and gets his name mentioned over the loudspeaker. At the free throw line, it is Sean Riley the second. Riley, 47.2% from the free throw line this year, and
missed the first one.
Riley leading his team with 128 points, averaging 14.2. He also leads his team in rebounds, getting about a little over 8.5 rebounds per game. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And you can say that you're, even with, his height, him being 6'7", averaging almost a double-double is still impressive.
And another turnover by Althoff, and the give, and the go, and the bucket is good by Chris Porter. The only thing that Riley needs to do is maybe work on those free throws a little bit. He missed both of them, and now Wills is going to get called for a foul as he kind of reached in there and got a little bit too much body, which caused the ball carrier to hit the deck.
Yeah, no malicious intent there. As he quite quickly helped Bruning up. No major ill will born, and I think is that Beasley? Yeah, I think he'll come back in.
Beasley will check back in, the 6-foot junior. 13.5 seconds left here in this first quarter. Althoff with the ball. They trail 16-9. Beasley gets the inbound pass deep on the right wing. Now back out into the slot it goes to Bergner. Bergner with 5 seconds left. Dribbles, drives, shoots off the glass. Can't get it to go. Beasley with the putback. Can't get it to fall either. And time is going to run out before the shot can be taken. And that's the way the first half comes to an end with a score of 16-9 in favor of the O'Fallon Panthers. And we're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville Kahoks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahoks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman along with you. 1 quarter in the book, so Fallon leads by a score of 16-9, and we were just talking off air about Althoff not looking that bad.
Yeah, they look improved. I saw them at the Edwardsville shootout playing the host Tigers. I believe that was a game that Edwardsville won by about, they were up by probably 15, 17 points or something like that.
Told you he was a basketball junkie, didn't I?
Yeah. I went up to the Edwardsville shootout just the day after you and I were up there, and you and I and the man doing the PA here as of right now, Mr. Chris Kettler, went up to Luco Jackson Gymnasium, and then both he and I went back up there Saturday. This would have been 2 weeks ago tomorrow.
Yeah, saw some good games too. Dawson Algie with a foul, so at the free throw line is Will Aki, and Aki, a 37.5% shooter, hits his first one.
That'll improve his percentage. Surprised he's shooting that badly. It looks like he's got a pretty good form.
Early season woes at the free throw line, maybe, as he hits both of them. So that gets Althoff back to within 5, and Crusaders are giving the O'Fallon Panthers a run for their money here early on.
Yeah, see, O'Fallon, I believe, in a poll that I saw, I believe they were ranked like number 15 or so in 4A.
Yeah, they were up there for a while. Here is Riley off the glass, good for 2 more. And Riley now with 6 points here in this game. And Zaki brings the ball across the line for Althoff. Pulls up a little short almost. Gives it to Beasley. Beasley with a one-arm dribble enters the perimeter, then comes back out, gives the ball up to Bruning. Bruning on the right wing, gives it back to Beasley. Beasley over on the far side for Harris. Harris up underneath, little reverse layup. Not bad there for Bergner. And Althoff climbing back to within 5. There's a shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Harris. And a travel.
Ooh, he's a little slow to get up.
Yeah.
But
twisted that ankle on that stop.
I think he's all right. Team will come back in for Harris, and I think Harris will probably.
Yeah, Harris twisted that ankle a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he'll be okay. Just maybe need a minute to walk that off.
So Fallon gets the ball, and Algie brings it in. Over into the corner it goes. Bluffing the three-point shot is Burton. He'll underhand shovel pass it back out to Tebby. Top of the key for Riley. Back to Burton. Dribble drive, cuts through the lane, stops underneath, and a foul coming up against Althoff, and that's going to go against Bergner.
That's his second.
18-13, and to the free throw line we go. Caleb Burton. The 6-foot sophomore can't hit the first shot.
That was, I guess, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium kind of giving O'Fallon some fits when it comes to free throw shooting. They struggled with that in their game against Collinsville.
Yeah,
as well.
if they would have hit half of the ones they missed, they would have won that game.
Yeah, that appears to be probably their biggest woe so far.
There's the one that goes in.
Yeah. Here we are now talking about it. And
yeah.
Now,
one of those weird things that happens sometimes in gyms. Different view, different look, different lighting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
O'Fallon putting on some pressure in the backcourt, but Althoff breaks it, but they turn the ball over anyway. And then a save, but the save for the O'Fallon player goes right into the hands of Bruning. So O'Fallon gives the ball right back to Althoff, and Althoff turns it into 2 points. Althoff could have had a chance to dent that lead, or O'Fallon could have padded their lead a little more.
Yeah, I believe Bergner has 6 points now. He's a pretty good player.
3-point shot, top of the key. That one, or it's the rim, won't go. Rebound by Algie, put back up. It still won't go, and then it goes off of Algie's leg and out of bounds. So despite the effort down there by Algie, Althoff will get the ball back, trailing by 4.
Wills and Blakemore will come back in for the Panthers.
Inbound pass will come in from Aki right underneath our location here. Underneath the basket it goes to Bruning. O'Fallon putting on a little pressure in the backcourt this time. Number 10 versus number 10. Tebby versus Bruning. And then double teamed, and Bruning travels.
Yeah. Kind of the backcourt pressure from O'Fallon. O'Fallon, I think you could say, are probably the more athletic team. So that backcourt pressure giving the Crusaders some trouble.
Wills over on the far side, now outside to Riley. He'll jump into the lane, no room, kicks it back out, top of the key for Wills. He dribbles, he drives, he shoots, can't get it to go. Tip put back in, no good. Well, Riley up there, and Riley gets fouled. And he will head back to the free throw line. And it looks like Bruning might have taken an elbow to the nose and has to go get some blood taken care of maybe.
Team will come in for him. Foul on Aki. It's his first, and the Panthers will now be in the bonus.
Yeah, each team has committed 6 fouls, and back to the free throw line will be Sean Riley. He's 0 for 2 from there. Now he finally gets one.
There you go. I think the issue, shot form is a little bit flat, and given his given the fact that he's a big man, it's sort of something that makes a decent amount of sense. So
somebody cracked a joke. Everybody was down there laughing. There's Riley again, and he can't hit the second one. Rebound belongs to Aki, and Althoff will work the ball up court this time without any pressure being put on. Here is Bergner. 5.5 minutes to go here in this first half. 20-15 in favor of Althoff. Over onto the wing it goes to Beasley. Beasley, left wing, spin move. Gets a little separation for a moment. Now over to Harris. Back over on the far side now to Bergner. Harris. Aki dribbles, drives, outside the lane, takes the shot, gets it to fall. 20-17, 3-point lead for O'Fallon.
Aki now has 7.
Here is Wills. Prairie Farms personnel are here taking care of stat sheets for us, so they'll bring one up at the end of each half, at the end of each game. So we'll have stuff to pass along to you that I don't normally keep track of down here by myself. That's the one thing I like about this tournament, amongst many other things, is I don't have to pay attention and write a lot of stuff down.
That went.
Ball ends up going out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Panthers.
I thought that went off of algae, to be honest with you, but the refs are a lot closer than I am.
Burton and Cameron Neal check back into the game here for O'Fallon. 4:43 left here in this first half, 20-17. Panthers with the lead and the ball. Out front it goes and into the corner. 3-point shot coming from Tebby. Misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Althoff. Here comes Bergner. Bergner brings it up court quickly over on the far side to Tiemann. Tiemann with a little bit of a spin move back out front. 3-point shot good.
Timeout, Brian Muniz. How about that?
Well, Althoff came to play. 20-20. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
The 36th annual Collinsville Holiday Classic is brought to you by farmer-owned and locally produced Prairie Farms. You can visit their website at prairiefarms.com. Did you know that over 20 scientific studies support the benefits of recovering from strenuous exercise with the quality protein and nutrients found in chocolate milk? Train like an athlete and recover like a champion with Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information, visit prairiefarms.com. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back along with you from the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 20-20. Althoff and O'Fallon locked in a good one here in game number one as we are back underway with 4:26 left to play here in this first half. And O'Fallon with the ball once again. And the Panthers kick it outside. 3-point answer. No. Falls a little bit short off of the hands of Burton. Rebound handled by O'Fallon for a second, but then it rolls out. And Althoff picks it up, so the Crusaders with the chance to take their first lead of this game. They get the ball up to Bruning. Into the corner it goes. Another 3-point shot. That one's good, too. Oh, back-to-back 3-point shots. The first one from Bergner and this one from Aki.
Well, something that was discussed a little bit in I was watching the broadcast of the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, and something that was sort of mentioned was in watching the earlier games was that the routine changes when you play this early in the morning. That'll be a foul on Neal. The routine changes when you play this early in the morning, and I wouldn't say O'Fallon are playing bad, but it seems like Althoff had their Wheaties this morning.
Well, I was going to say the same thing. Said that yesterday about the girls' team after they only gave up 1 point in the first quarter against Pattonville. I'm like, man, the girls ate their Wheaties.
Yeah, got to see a good performance from them. They play a pretty good Ladue team tomorrow. So
tomorrow at 3 o'clock, of course, we'll be here. Here is a free throw try. Either I forgot to write down number 22 or there isn't one. Nope. Not a clue.
Let me look.
That happens every time we have this tournament. There's always somebody that has the wrong number or something like that on. At any rate, our phantom player at the free throw line hit a free throw, and it's 24-20. 3:25 left here in this first half. O'Fallon with the ball, and that was a nice job escaping out of trouble there by Burton. Gives to Wills, who gives it up, and trying to put it up there is Neal, and get that out of here, said Harris, but Harris got too much skin as well, and he will be guilty of a foul. No, they're going to call it against our
Dudley. Dudley.
Who? Kristen Dudley. Okay, he was number 3 on the program.
All right.
So we'll put /44 there, and
that's 22. 44 is
excuse me.
44 is Harris.
22. And we'll see if we get Althoff back here on this main floor. We'll We'll know who number 3 is if that ever happens. Free throw made by Neal. And he has one more coming. Trying to get that lead down to 2. And he does. A little bounce and a roll around the rim. 24-22. Althoff with the lead and the ball. Here is Aki. And a little backcourt pressure now being applied once again by O'Fallon. That was a nice job breaking that. No look underneath. Oh, and that ball right before Dudley was going to go up with it. He lost the handle on it, and it went out of bounds. Turnover Althoff. O'Fallon will try to tie or take the lead back. Here comes Wills. Amari Wills over on the wing. Free throw line. Kicks it out and into the paint and a travel. Caleb Burton stopped at the free throw line, was ready to take a shot, but he slid when he stopped. And the whistle came out. Riley over there limping down at the far end of the court for O'Fallon.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, he's not in the game right now. Here is Bergner. Bergner right in front of the O'Fallon bench to Aki. Back out to Bergner. Bergner comes from one wing to the other wing and sideline dribble. Picks it up, gives to Harris at the top of the key. Harris gives it back up to Bruning. Bruning, no look pass, and it's a good thing that Bergner is 6'5", or he wouldn't have got to that ball. The ensuing shot misses. O'Fallon comes away with the rebound and another chance to regain their lead. Here is Wills. He drives, dumps it off underneath for Neal, and Neal just from one side of the basket to the other put a little bit too much on it. 2:05 left to play here in this first half. 24-22, Althoff with the lead. Here is Bergner. He'll take a shot just outside the lane and hit nothing but air until it falls into the hands of Amari Wills. Wills brings it back up now for O'Fallon. Over on the far side wing for Burton. He dribbles, he drives, he shoots, and he scores.
That was Blakemore, but whatever.
24-24 is our score. Here is Aki. Aki almost got his pocket picked, throws it into the corner for Bruning. Three-point shot, hits the inside of the rim, comes right back out to him, and then Bruning will pick up a charge. Ran into that player after he already got rid of the ball.
He doesn't like the call too much, and I think Aki didn't like it much either. But at any rate, O'Fallon ball.
94 seconds left here in this first half. O'Fallon gets the ball, and here is Burton. He'll put it into the hands of Amari Wills. Wills will bring it up. Across the timeline. At the free throw line, he picks up his dribble and gives the ball up to Burton. Burton will hand the ball off. Here's Tebby with a three. That one misses the mark, and the rebound belongs to Beasley. Beasley for Althoff. Has some pressure. Oh, that pressure paid off. Look at that steal and put back by Amari Wills. That was all Wills there, baby. 26-24. O'Fallon regains the lead, and now we're going to have a foul that's going to be called on Blakemore.
That's his third, isn't it?
I think so. It is. His third, team eighth.
And good sign for O'Fallon. Sean Riley's set to come back in.
Yeah. Not showing much of a limp anymore. Stretching out that right leg. Takes off in a little bit of a jog, and then he shows a little bit of a limp. At the free throw line, Dalton Bergner. Bergner.
There we go.
Keep on wanting to put the R right after the B and call him Brogner. Bergner misses. Rebound. Algie gives it up now for Wills. Wills across the line with 1 minute to go here in this first half. Out to Burton. Burton gets it to Riley. Riley tries to back his way into the paint. Turnaround jump shot. Can't find the glass. Hits off the fat part of the iron, and Harris is there with the rebound for Althoff. Gets it up to Aki. Aki back to Harris at the free throw line. Calls for and finds Bergner. Bergner dribbles in from the right. Make that the left wing. Little fingertip roll, but he didn't get enough elevation on it. And O'Fallon comes away with it. And the Panthers, nope, out of bounds. That was a nice try on the save effort by Amari Wills, but he had a foot out of bounds when he clamped onto the ball with 28 seconds to play here in this first half.
I would expect Althoff to hold for one shot here. But then again, I've been wrong before, so.
And you'll be wrong again, sir.
Yep.
Aki over on the far side to Bergner. Bergner, one dribble, and gives it up to Bruning. Bruning with 9 seconds left. Bounces a pass onto the wing for Aki. Aki dribbles and drives under the basket. Good for two. There's O'Fallon, 1 second left at the free throw line. Shot too high. And we will go to the halftime locker rooms, tied 26-26. I got to tell you, young Mr. Roseman, when they said O'Fallon and Althoff were playing the very first game, and I've already seen O'Fallon play. They come in with a record of 8-1, and you're going up against a team that's only won 2 games. Got to tell you, I didn't see this happening.
Definitely not the result I was expecting either. I will give props to the Crusaders. They've played very well.
That they have. We have reached halftime. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll shove some halftime stats down your throat. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the KHOK Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahoks Sports Network and KahoksSports.com. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at BlaylockTeam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com or on Facebook at Old Herald.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman along with you. It took us a little bit of time to get our stats from the stat man, so it's the first game of the day, so we're going to have to work out some kinks, and we'll be okay as we'll get through all this stuff. So we do have it finally, and we'll pass it along to you here as we go along. I forget I have to look at all these things differently. I don't know total points. There we go. TP, Will Aki, with 13 points. He leads all players as we begin the second half, tied 26-26 after Althoff outscored O'Fallon in that second quarter, 17-10. So here we go with the second half, Zach Roseman.
Yeah, and pretty quickly, O'Fallon ball. Riley drives the lane and gets fouled by Will Aki.
That's how the second half begins. And to the free throw line once again is Riley. And Riley hit 1 of 4 and starts off by hitting the first one here in the second half. 27-26. The winner of this game will face the winner of the next game between Mundelein and Granite City. And Riley hits both of them this time. That'll help his percentage out a little bit. He struggled here, as Zach mentioned earlier, against Collinsville in the Kahoks home opener. Here is Althoff with the ball, now trailing by 2. Over to Beasley, a cut across to number 21, Aki, and he'll drive the lane and hit a couple more.
He has, I believe he now has 15 points.
16.
16.
Nope, it is 15. It's hard to see from this angle. Wish they had one of those down there. Here is Riley. Riley just outside the lane, takes a shot. Nice job. Gets a little floater in midair. 30-28. Althoff trails by 2. Crusaders, they come up court with the ball. Here is Bergner. Bergner back over here. Harris was left all alone off the glass for 2. That was a nice and easy play for Althoff, and we're tied once again at 30.
Yeah, O'Fallon kind of putting on sort of a 1-2-2 zone press, and Althoff has done a pretty good job of breaking it.
Here is Burton, hands to Tebby. Tebby goes all the way around the outside of the perimeter and gives to Riley at the free throw line. Riley turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Bergner for Althoff. He headmans it all the way up to Aki, and Aki in for 2. Althoff has their lead back, 32-30. Crusaders have come to play this morning here in this opening game. Here's Blakemore. Blakemore does a little bit of a head fake and takes it to the rim. Ball out of bounds. Knocked there by Althoff, so O'Fallon will keep it with 6:18 left to play here in this third quarter. 32-30 in favor of Althoff. Inbound pass comes into Tebby. He'll launch a three-point shot. Falls a little short. And while Bruning was in midair going for the rebound, a whistle stopped the action. And this one is going to go against Aki, and that'll be his third.
That's a pretty big foul. Aki's been, the guy for Althoff today.
Tebby gets it into Riley, and they kick it back outside now for Burton. Burton on the left wing, back to Riley at the free throw line. He'll drive, and he'll bounce off of an Althoff player, and that ball just swooped right out of there. Althoff comes away with the rebound. Crusaders with a chance to add to their 2-point lead. Handoff goes to Harris. He'll launch a 3 from there and miss it. Tebby with the rebound for O'Fallon, and the Panthers work the ball back up. Here is Burton. Burton to Riley. Riley in the lane, takes the shot. He's fouled, but he's going to be called for the charging foul as he bowled right into Harris. That'll give the ball back to the Crusaders. Althoff with a 2-point lead, looking to add to it.
That is the second on Riley. Be a quick stoppage, a little bit of something on the floor.
Yeah, get Brady O'Neill down there with his little mop.
Yeah.
Brady, he was already here when I got here at 7:45 this morning. Now he's out there doing his job. There he goes. Oh, that one, into the corner. I thought that might have had a little bit too much steam on it. Oh, what a move by Bruning. And I think that Algie might have got a fingertip on that one to alter the ball's course. It didn't go in. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Althoff. So the Panthers will inbound, and before they can do that, they will bring Amari Wills back into the game. Will the Panthers, and Algie will go to the bench. Inbound pass will come in from Blakemore to Burton. Saw Matt Badgley in between periods here, in between quarters. The coach from Mundelein came up here to help me out with some pronunciations. I thought I was looking at a Russian hockey roster.
Yeah, Coach Badgley up in Mundelein now was an AD here at
sure was.
Collinsville.
Yeah.
Coached at Lebanon and Trico once upon a time as well.
Here's Riley. Kicks it out to Burton. Burton. Fallon, very patient working their offense right now.
I got a mismatch there for Riley, but
there's a shot that goes
Not
over the
utilize
basket. Off of the hands of Blakemore, right into the hands of Beasley. Althoff again with an opportunity to pad that 2-point lead. This is like their third chance to do that here, and they have not, but at the same time they have kept O'Fallon from inching any closer. Here it comes into Harris. He'll back his way in the lane, off the glass, good for 2. 34-30. Althoff with a 4-point lead, 4:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Ball comes all the way out to Wills. Wills with it near the midcourt stripe, over to Burton. Burton hollers out the offense, does a little hand gesture, everybody moves, and that puts Wills into the corner. Back out to Burton. Top of the key, back to Wills. 4 minutes to go, halfway through quarter number 3. 4-point lead for Althoff. O'Fallon trying to get into it, whistle on the play. The ball will not fall in the basket, so that will result in 2 shots from the free throw line for Mason Blackmore, and Blackmore has hit 17 of 29 free throws this year, good for 58.6%.
fouls on Harris. That is his second. Third for Althoff.
Fallon only has the one by Riley so far, and that one's good for Blakemore.
Blakemore, the transfer from Centralia, I believe, is proven to be a pretty good addition for this O'Fallon team.
Definitely helped out their cause. He makes both. And the Panthers are back to within 2, 34-32.
Now O'Fallon are going to come back and put on some more backcourt pressure.
As Althoff breaks that. Alki up to Harris. Reverse layup, good.
I believe Harris now has 6 points. Probably a handful of rebounds as well.
There's Blakemore. Blakemore, top of the key for Tebby. Tebby back over to Wills. Wills on the right wing. Dribbles, drives, and kicks it out. Burton gives it to Riley. Riley will launch a 3, and that one is just a little bit too long. Hit the fat part of the iron and bounced right back out. In the first half for Althoff, they hit 2 of 6 3-pointers, while O'Fallon went 0 for 5 from beyond the 3-point stripe. Over on the far side, a little dribble, little drive for Bruning. He lost control of the ball. Althoff gets it, but only for a moment. Beasley gets it right back to Bruning. Bruning on the left wing, and a timeout called by Althoff's Coach Lee. We will take a timeout as well. We are back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from the venerable Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, named after the Collinsville High School great basketball coach in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Won 2 state championships here for the Kahoks back in the 60s. And I went to school here. And the original school back on Vandalia Street was where I started, and he was one of my PE coaches. Here is Althoff with the ball. Crusaders lead by 4, 36-32. Here's a 3-point try. That was nothing but air from Aki.
That seemed rather unusual for him. That was just, didn't really look like it was altered all that much.
No, it didn't.
I guess completely misjudged it.
Rebound department in that first half was won by O'Fallon, 17-15. Here is Wills in the perimeter. Kicks it back out to Blakemore, and now to Burton. Burton directs the traffic and takes his spot over onto that right wing. to Riley at the free throw line. He takes the lane and gets past Harris. Off the glass for 2 for O'Fallon, and the Panthers have climbed back to within 2. 2:22 left to play here in quarter number 3. Here's Beasley with the ball to Aki. Aki back at the midcourt stripe will give it up now to Bergner. Bergner, offset free throw line, gives to Harris into the corner, who dumps it off. Oh, what a nice move. And the fingertip roll by Bergner. And Althoff looking for the upset.
I believe Bergner with 11 points now.
Here's Riley. Riley dumps it off out front. Burton, free throw line, spin move, no room to move, but he'll take the shot anyway, and Althoff banks the shot right back into the hands of Riley, but then Riley couldn't hold on to it long enough, and Althoff will bring the ball back up court. Leading by 4 are the Crusaders. They bring it up with 95 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Bergner. Slows things down a bit. Dribbles, drives, free throw line, underhand dump off. And Aki thought he should have been fouled, and that should have went against Burton, but Burton ends up with the ball, and then a blocking foul down at the other end. That could have went either way.
Yeah. And 22, that's a number of substitutions set to come in.
Beasley gets called for that foul. That's his second, team fourth, and at the free throw line is Caleb Burton.
And we're going to have a stoppage of some kind. We're going to talk to Riley and that.
Harris?
Harris, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting a little physical down there. Burton, by the way, went 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line. Good on the first one.
And Tiemann and Dudley will come in for the Crusaders, and Algie and Porter will come in for the Panthers.
1:19 left to play here in this third quarter. Crowd has thickened up a little bit as the morning has gone on here.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good crowd. We got well, unlike last year, we had two fairly local teams, and also unlike last year, this game is not a blowout, as I believe Springfield Southeast beat Oakville last year by
a lot. Yeah.
I believe somewhere in the neighborhood of 40, 50 points, something like that.
Yeah, so far I think things are going right on time. Next game is scheduled to get underway at 10:30. Now we're going to have another foul. This one's going to go against Burton, and he'll get fouls in back-to-back plays.
No, that's only his first.
Okay.
All right.
Well, they called one earlier. I just wasn't paying attention. Like I said, I don't write anything down here during this tournament. It's just too much. Oh, man. I don't know what happened there, but
Burton kind of ran Tiemann over.
Tiemann, yeah, he just
no call.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It was almost a football play, wasn't it? There is Tiemann. Tiemann's got some girth, and then he gets tripped up. He's got some girth, so he's probably not an easy kid to take down.
No, kind of a short, squat build.
Yeah, looks more like a wrestler, doesn't he?
Yeah. Fouls on Tebby, and Riley will come in for Blake.
Yeah, Blake Moore. Tebby, that's his third. Each team now has 4. For a while there, O'Fallon only had 1 foul.
Yeah.
Now they've quickly caught up. That's 3 in a row.
But
here is Tiemann. Tiemann gets it over to Bergner. Bergner on this near side sideline. Dribbling the whole time, and that ball is kicked. And I don't think Riley kicked that on purpose. I think that was a bounce pass, and it just hit Riley's knee.
Yeah, for this is something that is a quarrel that some people have with certain referees who will call that even if there's not any intent to deflect the ball off of your foot. Some people, there are some referees that, in certain people's opinions, will call it any time that it makes contact with the lower half of a player's body, which is not always the correct call.
30 seconds left here in this third quarter. Here is Aki with the ball. He'll dribble and drive, and O'Reilly providing the defense there. Gives to Tiemann. Does Aki. Tiemann out front being watched by Porter, and a spin move by Tiemann, and he travels. He was on his knees and kept moving. So a turnover by Althoff will give O'Fallon the ball back, and the Panthers with a chance to take the lead or tie they can get something going with 14.3 seconds left here in this third quarter. Inbound pass will come in from Tebby. Tebby will find Porter. Porter will hand the ball off to Burton. Burton brings it up across the timeline with 9 seconds to play. And a foul by Tiemann, as Tiemann was leaning into Burton the whole way. Burton was trying to go in toward the basket.
That's his second, and Mac Harris will come back in.
7.3 seconds left here in this third.
Come back in for Aki.
Inbound pass getting ready to come in from Burton. 7.3 seconds left here in this third quarter. Althoff with a chance to tie or take the lead. They get it into Tebby. Tebby dribbles, drives, free throw line, takes the shot off to the side. Doesn't fall in. Rebound by Algie at the buzzer. No good. On a shot by Caleb Burton, and that is the way that the third quarter comes to a close. We will head to the fourth quarter of play in a very close first game. Althoff 38, O'Fallon 36, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the K-Hawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Fourth quarter here in game number one. As Althoff outscored O'Fallon in that third quarter, 12-10. And Althoff has a 2-point lead to begin the fourth quarter. And we are underway with a travel. This is O'Fallon's 13th year in this tournament. They are 18-20, and they have not won a championship in this tournament. This is Althoff's 18th year in the tournament. They have a record of 39-24, and they were champs in 2008 and 2015. Last year, O'Fallon was 1-3 in this tournament, while Althoff was 2-2. These two teams met for the 11th, 12th place game, which Althoff won 52-35.
Ooh, there is a player down.
That's Aki.
Yeah, that's a little slow to get up.
Aki's underneath the basket down there.
Didn't really know what happened. Kind of, Amanda Bauer will come out there and check on him. Kind of clutching his face, it looks like. But
we hope he's okay. We'll continue with some of our look at last year. O'Fallon, they lost the first game last year to Decatur MacArthur 55-44. Then they beat Chicago Hansberry Prep. Chicago Hansberry Prep, the only team that lost every game last year. They won that one. O'Fallon did 65-21 before they lost to Belleville East 49-43. And then they lost to Althoff in that 11th place game 52-35. Althoff started off by having to face East St. Louis last year. No easy task there. Flyers won 78-49. Then Althoff turned around and beat Decatur Eisenhower 78-61 before they lost to Quincy 47-26. And then, of course, as we mentioned, they beat this O'Fallon team and took 11th place, and that put the O'Fallon Panthers in 12th.
Aki was able to get up and sort of limp off. So
Well, that was a nice play down there, and then, unfortunately for Althoff, it turns into a turnover, so O'Fallon gets the ball back. They headman it up quickly to Blakemore. He drives, takes the shot, good for two, and we're tied. 38-38. 1 minute gone here in this fourth quarter.
Now O'Fallon are going to turn up the pressure, and Bruning doing a pretty good job in breaking that pressure. He's pretty quick.
He is. Pass, free throw line, good for Bergner, and ball ends up out of bounds, put there by O'Fallon. Yeah. 6:45 to play here in this fourth quarter. 38-38.
Yeah, O'Fallon have done a Fallon have done a pretty good job on Aki and Bergner. Of course, Aki now on the floor with kind of a
big three-point shot there from Bruning. And Althoff back up 41-38.
That's only his second bucket of the game. He's got only has 5 points.
Here's Blakemore at the free throw line in a little trouble. Gives it back up to Riley. Riley inside the perimeter looking to back his way in. Baseline, no room. Gives it up Blakemore. Blakemore had it tipped out of his hands, but kept alive. Algie gets it. Can't get it to go all the way up, and then it goes out of bounds. It'll be Althoff's ball.
Yeah, kind of I don't know. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, it's not really that O'Fallon are playing a little bit of an elbow there from Bergman.
Yeah, got away with that.
It's not like O'Fallon are playing badly. It's just Althoff are playing really well, and Coach Lee will call timeout.
Another timeout called by Althoff, and this one is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside for that long as well, and we are back in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 3rd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Got a good one going in this first matchup. 41-38. Althoff has the lead. And as you mentioned, that first game last year was a big blowout, 97-47. Springfield Southeast beat Oakville in that game, so that game I think had running clock in the fourth quarter, and we were done early. Not going to happen this time around, and we'll still be on schedule, though, I believe. No post-game shows after every game. We just don't have that much time in between games, so as soon as this one's over, we'll shut everything down and then fire it all back up for the Mundelein Granite City game, as Althoff extends their lead now, or excuse me, Panthers get a little closer. Sorry about that. 41-40, Althoff with the 1-point advantage.
And there's a good sign for the Crusaders. Will Aki comes back in, not really looking too...
not showing any signs, is he?
No, kind of, I guess he sort of rolled his ankle, kind of favorite, kind of limped off earlier, but seems to be all right now.
Harris did that earlier, as well as Riley for O'Fallon, so we've had some ankle turns in this game, and now a blocking foul that's going to be called, and Aki comes in and bowls over a couple of people, and now everybody gets up off the floor okay, including Blakemore, who was the last one to get up. And Blakemore will get called for the blocking foul. That's going to be his 4th. Each team now with 5 here in the second half.
And Coach Muniz will keep Blakemore in.
Aki at the free throw line. Went 4 for 4 from the charity stripe in the first half. And hits this one, helping his team stay out front. 2-point lead for the Crusaders.
Actually, there we go. Now Blakemore will leave. Maury Wills will come back in.
Had Badgley stop up and give me some pronunciations here for some of his players that are a little bit tough. And I'll have to find that sheet before the next game. Next one does not go in. Rebound belongs to
Sean
O'Fallon. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, well, we'll find it. 2-point lead for Althoff. O'Fallon with the ball, trying to dig into it. Here over on the far side wing is Burton. Burton out to Algie. Free throw line, spin move, and kicks it back outside to Wills. Wills will drive into the free throw line and has that pass blocked by Bergner. Bergner gets his own block, and then another blocking foul.
And Porter's going to sort of walk away kind of frustrated, not really sort of, you know what, that'll work. That'll work for him. Bit of a roar from the crowd. It seems like relatively even distribution of actually probably slightly more in favor of O'Fallon, but there are a few Althoff fans here.
There is Bergner, and at the free throw line, he was 0 for 1 in the first half, but now he hits one.
And Blakemore will come back in, even with his 4 fouls.
Well, at some point, you're going to have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably, I think, bring him in, sort of do what you bring him in for offense, take him out for defense, sort of rotate him out with Wills.
Still some time left, though. 5:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter, so he'll have to be very wary of making any contact at all, or he'll be out of the game. Here is Burton. Burton over to Blakemore. Blakemore trying to get it into Riley, and just before that pass got there, it was going to Riley, and then Aki kind of pushed him in the back and gets called for a foul.
That is his fourth.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a bigger asset to the Crusaders.
Underhand pass. Riley was trying to shovel it underhand into the corner for Tebby, but he was off by about 5 feet.
Burton was asking for a tip, but Russ didn't see it, so here we go.
Referee's making Riley tuck his shirt in, tuck his jersey in, if you will.
Yep.
Inbound pass from Aki to Bergner. Bergner with a bounce pass. Back to Aki as they break that little bit of pressure. Algie going in for the steal. Bruning didn't let that happen. He dumps off to Harris.
And
Harris back out to Aki, and Aki will dribble and drive and pull up on the left wing and then fire it over onto the other wing. And Beasley gets hauled for the charge, and he better watch his mouth.
He doesn't like it much, but
nope.
he's gonna Dalton Bergner sort of taking the time to be a senior leader. He's gonna talk to him, try and calm him down a little bit.
Well, Beasley caught himself too. He put his hand over his own mouth so he wouldn't say anything and get himself teed up.
Well, that would not be ideal.
No, we saw that in the championship game last year. That didn't work out for the Kahoks' favor, did it?
No, it didn't.
No, it did not. Here is Riley with the jump shot. No good. Algie with the rebound. Put back whistle. No good.
Foul, presumably on Harris.
I think so.
That is his third.
And for the Crusaders, their team's 8th.
Both teams in the bonus now, so no advantage either way. Althoff with 8.
Algie to the free throw line for the first time here in this game, and on the year, he is 25 of 40, good for 62.5%.
That's a decent percentage.
A lot of shots.
Yeah.
And the first one's good.
I think sort of given the way he plays, kind of a smaller post player, show him the strength. He's probably quick enough to move around, bigger bodied guys. So kind of makes sense that he draws quite a few fouls.
Missed the second one, and Althoff gets the rebound, but we're going to have another whistle as I believe that was Alki that was fighting with that ball in there with Beasley.
They're going to call it on 30. You're going to call that on Algie.
Huh?
All right.
And that's the 7th team foul for O'Fallon, so it results in a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Ty Beasley. And Beasley did not make it to the free throw line in the first half, so this will be his first try. And no good. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. That first half stat, by the way, Althoff went 6 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. O'Fallon had 8 shots also, but they only hit half of theirs at 4 of 8. But I think they picked that up a little bit here in the second half, and now
O'Fallon will call timeout.
Coach Muniz is going to call a timeout, another 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside for that long as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahoks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. First game of this 36th edition of the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic is winding down, and we have a good one, 44-41. Althoff Crusaders have the lead over the O'Fallon Panthers. With the ball is O'Fallon, and not anymore as that ball is thrown away, and Althoff will have a chance to pad their lead.
That looked like it was tipped. I don't know. All right.
They're a lot closer than we are, sir.
Yes, they are.
And I'm wearing glasses. So Althoff with the ball. Aki inbounds, does so to Bruning. Bruning brings the ball up. This game stays close. There's going to be a bunch of timeouts called, and we're going to be late with that next game. Here is Bergner. Gets it out front, and then back over to Bruning. Into the corner now. Bergner again in front of the O'Fallon, or in front of his own bench, and Harris is going to get called for a charge this go-around, and I think he just fouled out, didn't he?
I think that.
Well, number 4.
That's 4.
I knew he was close. Offensive foul for Althoff, so no shots here for O'Fallon. That is, however, the 9th foul for Althoff, so the next one will put O'Fallon into a double bonus situation. Here is Burton. Burton drives, free throw, spin move, takes a shot, good for 2. That gets O'Fallon back to within 1. 44-41. 3:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Aki. He dribbles and he drives. Free throw line, and he is going to get called for a charge. Back-to-back charging fouls against Althoff.
And that's 5.
Well, that's it for him.
That is a big 5th foul.
Sure is. That's going to be huge for Althoff. That's going to be huge for O'Fallon.
He's going to get a little bit of a grilling from Coach Lieb. But, well, oh well. I guess there's a little bit of frustration, which makes a certain amount of sense. Aki's had a good game. Sucks for him to go out that way.
Yeah, averaging 6.2 points per game, and now
there's a charge on Burt.
Yeah. This is the charging quarter here.
Yeah, that's
Burton's 3rd, and the team's 8th. So a 1-point lead for Althoff, and Beasley will inbound, and he'll do so to Bruning and get the ball back, Will Beasley. He'll hand the ball off to Bergner. Bergner. A timeout called by Lieb now, and this one is going to be a 60-second timeout, I believe, so we will step aside for that long as well. We are back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back to action. Althoff with the ball and the 1-point lead. Crusaders with it. Out to Bergner. Oh, there was a little shove on the shoulder and a 3-point shot, and that one didn't hit the mark from Bruning, and I'm shocked there wasn't a call there. They've been calling everything the last 5 minutes of this game.
We have a foul on
Harris. That's going to be it for him.
That's 5 on Harris.
Harris and Aki out of the game for Althoff now.
So team. Ooh, and the referee. Harris must have said something because the referees sort of said something to him like he's not having any of it.
Well, you could still technically tee him up even though he's fouled out, but they didn't do that.
Oh,
well, maybe they did.
Maybe they did.
Well, they're gonna call a technical against Aki, who was already on the bench. So he must have said something to the referee when Harris committed his 5th foul.
That's kind of a costly situation there.
They're going to have a 1-and-1, and then they're going to have a technical foul.
So that's a cost. That's a
Ooh,
cost.
man, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Well, Fallon's trailing by 1, and they're going to have 4
Well-
shots from the free throw line.
Well, maybe 3.
Well, maybe, yeah. This is a 1-and-1. And if he misses it, there's nobody down there with the rebound, so he can put it back in, right?
Well,
Well, he missed that one.
so he'll shoot.
Now he's going to shoot 2.
So now they're gonna go. So now they're gonna have Burton come down and shoot 2 for the technical. Is that how that works?
You know what they should have done is they should have shot the technical first, then brought everybody down for the 1-and-1 in case there's a miss and a rebound.
Well, I think
that's what they're going to do now.
Well, I guess they're gonna have him shoot the technical free throws too.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh boy. Well, Fallon gets a golden opportunity here.
Oh no. I guess they had him.
Okay, so now that okay.
I guess they had him shoot for the technical then.
Well, the referee just held up his hands and said that Burton's shooting 2. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
Burton gets one. Now we're tied.
Well, there's enough time. There's enough time left to where if you're Althoff, you just sort of take your time, play good defense, and then you've got time.
Burton hits both of them, and now O'Fallon has the 1-point lead at 45-44. But we also have to remember that Aki and Harris are both out of this game now.
Now Tebby will come in. He has 4 fouls, I believe. We're going to see how this goes.
Tebby into the backcourt, back up to the front court, back to Tebby. Tebby has a perfect block there from Algie. And just like that, O'Fallon has a 3-point lead. Man, this game swung quickly, didn't it?
I believe that's Tebby's first bucket of the game.
2:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Crusaders with the ball, and now in a little bit of trouble. Here is Bergner. Over here for Tiemann. Tiemann will hand the ball off to Bruning. Bruning being guarded by Tebby, but Bruning takes off, fingertip roll, gets it to fall, and a whistle right afterwards.
Timeout. Timeout Althoff.
Timeout called by the Althoff Crusaders. That'll give us a chance to thank Prairie Farms here as we bring you this 36th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Have you tried Prairie Farms' new snackable cottage cheese cups? They're the perfect size for snacking or dipping. Available in 7 savory flavors like garden veggie or America's only zesty fiesta flavor. Visit prairiefarms.com and enter for a chance to win a free cottage cheese cup to try them out. Again, that is prairiefarms.com. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you as we wind down this first game. 1:45 left to go here in this fourth quarter, and I didn't see this game going to be this close this late.
No, not at all. You know, sort of, if you look at the opinions of all the pundits, they had O'Fallon winning this game pretty comfortably. This was not what I was expecting, and I don't think what a lot of people were expecting. And as I've said a number of times, I will give a lot of credit to the Crusaders. They've shown a lot of fight, and they looked very much improved from, as I've mentioned before, the team that I saw play Edwardsville 2 weeks ago.
So we have 1 minute, 45 seconds left. We have a 1-point lead by the O'Fallon Panthers.
And it will be
Panthers ball as they will inbound underneath of the Althoff basket. And with those honors is Caleb Burton. Burton gets it right back from Riley, and O'Fallon begins their push up. We will be late with that next game. It's already 10:20. We'll have time to take the dust mops across the floor and let the other teams warm up.
And
all the way out front is Burton. 90 seconds left.
Smart play here from O'Fallon. They're going to go ahead and put it. They're going to go ahead and put it in the freezer.
Here's Wills. He'll dump it off into the corner and then back out. Ooh, be careful. Almost a turnover, and then a foul will be handed out to Tyler Tiemann. And to the free throw line will be Caleb Burton, and O'Fallon will have a chance to ice this game on the free throw line.
That's well, even if Burton makes them both, and Burton's been one of O'Fallon's better free throw shooters so far. Still only a one-possession game. If you can, you still have a shot here if you're an Althoff fan. Algie will come back in for Tebby.
Well, I didn't mean ice the game right here on this particular free throw try, but that's what Althoff's going to have to do now. They're going to have to foul, and it's going to be up to O'Fallon to hit those shots.
Well, I guess down the line, if you don't want to foul this guy.
Nope. 49-46, 3-point lead now. Althoff will bring it down. Oh, nobody's down. And a shot that's good for 2 points off of the basket hands of Ty Beasley.
Now Althoff have to come out and get a turnover or come out and foul.
Yeah. And they throw it up, and it is Blakemore, and once again, Tiemann is going to get called for having his hands in the face, and this time it's going to be up to Blakemore at the free throw line.
That'll be 4 on him, and now you got Blakemore at the line.
Blakemore came into this game 17 of 29 from the free throw line, and this is his first trip to the charity stripe in this game.
Oh.
And the first one, no good.
Already now, that's a good foul.
Got to hit these things, man. I know, exactly.
Yeah.
At least they
they're gonna bring Bruning all the way down.
Yeah, well, at least this time O'Fallon recognized it and brought Wills along down with him. Last time they had that one rattles but won't fall. Rebound belongs to Althoff. They come up with the ball. Here comes Tiemann. Tiemann headmans the ball up, and over into the corner it goes. Bruning for 3. No! Falls a little short off the front of the rim, and then the ensuing rebound landed in the hands of Riley, and he was fouled by Bruning, and now Riley will go to the line.
That is Bruning's second.
Wow, Bruning with almost the perfect shot there from the corner. It just barely nicked off the front of the rim.
Well, of all the people for Althoff to foul, Riley is probably the best guy to foul. And even if he does make them both, you're still only down by 3 points.
So Riley back to the free throw line. He has been a little bit more successful here in the second half as he hits that one. In the first half, Riley only hit 1 of 4, but since then I believe he's hit 2 of 4, if not 3 for 4.
He's got 14
Riley
points.
has 14 points and make it 15. Now back to a 3-point lead here for O'Fallon. Timeout on the floor once again. This one called by the O'Fallon Panthers, and we will step aside for just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, our home away from home for the next couple of days. We'll be here from about 8:30 in the morning to about 11:30 at night today and tomorrow. A little bit shorter of a day on Monday. Thankfully, we have a day off in between, and we have Sunday off, so that'll help. 51-48, Panthers with the lead. Althoff with the ball. Crusaders trail by 3. Here is Brugner, and a foul against Blakemore.
That is.
I think it might be.
I think that's 5 on
I
him.
think so. Yep, it is, because they took him out of the game with about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter when he picked up that fourth one, so he's done. 2 Crusaders have fouled out, and Blakemore becomes the first Panther to foul out. As Mundelein and Granite City are both watching this game from in front of their respective locker rooms as they get ready to take the floor for the next game. At the free throw line, it is Dalton Brugner. Brugner was 0 for 1 from the line in the first half and hits an important one there.
And now you got a couple of options here. Do you intentionally miss and try and get your offensive
Nobody
rebound?
ever does that, do they? Here's the next one, and that one's good as well, so it's a 1-point game.
Now if you
36.1 seconds left. Inbound pass from Burton. Comes into Tebby. Back to Burton.
Althoff need to go here. They're going to foul.
Cross the line, 28 seconds. Riley in the corner. Back out front, Burton. He'll stop at the free throw line, back it up to Tebby. Tebby near the midcourt stripe. Over here now for Wills. Wills gets fouled and hard by Beasley. That took a lot of time off the clock. That took about 17 seconds off the clock with 17 left. That's the fourth foul against Beasley. Another timeout call. We'll just keep it here for this one.
I believe that's all 5 for the Crusaders.
Yeah, that's the one thing we don't have on our scoreboard here is anything to keep track of timeouts.
That is something we could probably do up here, but,
Nah. Well, getting ready for the Mundelein game. Here's some of the names I have to deal with. I have Bikus, which is Bikus. Ebube is Abube. I can't even believe we're in right. Really? I couldn't pronounce in right? And Atade.
There's, I believe, like a Wojdots.
Oh, yeah, you didn't write that one down.
Yeah, there's like a Wojdots, Petruzowicz or something.
That's what I said. When I looked at that roster, I thought I was looking at a Russian hockey roster.
Well,
yeah, I got a, here's one for you. Pietruswicz.
Believe that's Petruzowicz.
Petruzowicz. Well, his name begins with P-I-E, so I may call him just Pie. I don't know. Luke Pie. Sounds a lot easier to say, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Well, maybe.
And then we have the W-O-J-D-A-C-Z.
I believe it's Wojdots or something like that.
I don't know.
Anyhow, Mari Wills at the free throw line.
We'll listen to Kettler and see how he does it when they get announced. Wills couldn't hit the first one, so it stays 51-50, and if Wills would have hit both, it would be a 3-point game, but now the best he can hope for is hitting this one and make it a 2-point contest.
And now, well, let's see.
And he does.
That's a big make.
It is. 52-50, Althoff with a chance to tie it or maybe win it here. We'll see. Inbound pass coming in from Tiemann, and a turnover. Back over to Wills. Wills in front of his own bench underneath for Algie for 2.
And that will ice it probably.
A 4-point lead, and Althoff turns the ball back over again, but this time they pick up their own turnover. Throw it up, no good. Game over. 54-50 in favor of O'Fallon, and the O'Fallon Panthers survive quite the scare, and they will move on to the winner's side of this bracket and take on the winner of the next game between Mundelein and Granite City. That is going to do it for us from here for this game. We'll shut everything down and fire it back up for the Mundelein Granite City game next on the Kahoks Sports Network.